We are live. Band.
This will be the first hour. That's ending. That's so beautiful. Claps in chat, everybody. Claps in chat.
Amazing.
Yeah, lovely. YouTubers in C, the first piece there, conducted by Gaz Williams. We are live with, a good chunk of the YouTube contingent from Synth Reactor. We have had some technical issues, so if it gets weird, let me know in the chat. I'll just introduce everyone first. Why not? I think most people know who these people are, but Tuesday Night Machines, how's it going?
Hello, I'm good. I actually just opened up the Treppendorf beer, which we had in our rooms. I didn't drink mine at the event, so I'm gonna do it right here. Just,
very nice.
Feel like in Treppendorf.
Are you currently living in your IKEA PAX wardrobe?
I am, yes. The doors are closed, actually, behind the camera. And this is like a nice, cozy space for me right now.
We'll keep going. Mr. Synth Anatomy, how are you?
Hello. Fine.
You're muted.
Muted.
You might need to leave and come back in. The first casualty of the live stream.
I don't think he is muted. I just think he...
I was able to hear him,
yeah. Voice.
Simon the Magpie, how's it going?
Hey, it's going good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I won't
introduce you.
I won't reveal. Well, I'll say this to everyone, but I won't reveal any of the kind of more out there videos people have done unless they want to. There may be some nice surprises coming from.
There's a lot of spoilers in most of the vlog videos, anyways.
Yeah, I don't know how much people keep up with that. Tom, you're back. Are you there?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey. Everybody say hey.
No.
Hey.
Let's try look mum no computer.
Hello, unmute.
You're right. Control D.
It's battle of the test equipment, right? You and Heimbach.
Huh?
Battle of the test equipment. You and Heimbach.
Yeah. It's me and Heimbach are ferociously fighting away.
Your name is Battle. Your fucking name is Battle. There's no point. No point in battling you.
It's all love. It's fine.
We'll maybe come back to this. Nice Nintendo mug, by the way. Noir Black V, how's it going?
Hey, everyone.
How are you?
Drinking.
All right. Still upset that you didn't get to go out in Nuremberg on Saturday.
You know what though? I'm gonna see Annie tonight. So, haha to all of you. Haha.
And you're going out.
Yeah, Annie's here in LA. So.
Very nice. And Once Upon a Synth, how's it going?
Hey. Pretty good. Got my trusty recorder here.
Yeah. Luckily in the key of Gaz Williams.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Where's that video? Where's the video making a song with only a recorder?
Coming soon. Actually, I'll be back. I need to get a power supply, but you guys keep going.
Okay. And Heimbach, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
I'd realised, actually, at Synth Reactor, I need to drop the hard K or K from the end of your name.
That's why I always say, hi, I'm Heimbach. Good to have you back.
Yeah. You should tell people.
Could you have one K at the end so people hear the difference? There's so much science into what you're doing. Psychology.
Yeah, you also sound as if you're in the room. What are you doing? you have like a microphone, like a professional one?
I have the microphone that was in our hotel rooms.
Oh,
Setting it up for like a plug.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, very nice. I've not tried that yet.
Sounds so
it
good.
actually
Well, how
sounds
do you
pretty
do
good, I think.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep going. Last couple of guests, but not least, of course, Mr. Gaz Williams. How are you?
Hey, yeah, I'm actually using the mic as well. So, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Cool.
As everyone I imagine would think, a total whirlwind of energy through the whole event, which was great.
It's a brilliant event, wasn't it? So hopefully we can whiz through the highlights over today. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us.
You were last up and not last on the bus, I think. Every night.
Yeah, it's a reputation I strive to keep.
Yeah, that's a serious amount of touring that's allowed you to do that.
Yeah.
Cocaine.
And
Okay.
Mr. Bob Eats, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I was probably not up last during the event. I took the opportunity to get some sleep, so I actually felt more energized and more healthy while at the event than I feel right now after a couple of days of not sleeping. So it's okay, I miss my hotel room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually slept really well. We had just family being ill before I left, so I didn't sleep well at all until I got into Treppendorf, or Bramberg, rather, where we stayed in a castle or a mansion. So, I mean, I've no agenda for this. I just thought it'd be cool to pull us all in. I know that a few of us are feeling sad and sorry for ourselves that life has resumed as normal. And but first of all, what videos do people have online for anyone that hasn't kept up? What's up there already?
0.
You got the baby fists.
I just saw that.
For the future.
A measurement for the future.
That was good. What else, Simon? Well, you're on it.
I'm posting now. I'm posting the pedal video as we speak.
Woohoo!
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Yes.
Gas
The pedal-
video, the light of
pedal-
the show.
The pedal video, though, well, I don't know what the end result sounded like, but setup sounded like what you would imagine that many pedals and ground hum summed together sounded like.
It was
Don't judge our ideas like that. It's a great idea. It sounds amazing. Everybody needs to watch it. It's a pretty boring video.
Well, I didn't hear any sound through it. I had another video I was filming, but as they were being turned on, just of ground hum.
No, that was Arturia. That was the micro freak.
Is most of the video Gaz pedal one?
Yeah, I think it's like 25 minutes or something of the video is just Gas turning on one pedal at a time.
and losing count.
Oh yeah.
How do you make that entertaining? You don't have to. It's documentation. It's important for the world.
Did anyone play through it? Did someone play guitar at the other end?
I played a little bit of synth through it, but
Did it cut through the noise?
it was just a particular type of evil. The sound, it was. It was so churny and weird, and because there was fuzzes and delays and flanges, and then more fuzzes and delays and flanges and more. So the end result was just. It sort of reminded me a little bit about when all your crayons get mixed together and you get a particular type of brown.
It's a brown sound. It's a brown sound.
You could definitely hear the metal zone, the boss metal zone.
The metal zone still made his
At the
presence.
end,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one I tried to email like Roland now, but it's not gonna. It's hard to hook up a brand, But to make 1,000 metal zones pedal chain only, and they haven't answered that email yet.
How long was that email ago? Was it today?
What?
Was it today that email? Oh.
No, I sent the email like 2 days ago or something.
Sweet. That'd be awesome.
Do you
I
want
look
to get in on it?
We do have a good question in the live chat from Local Technique. Was there a Miku stomp in there?
No.
Oh no,
Oh.
no, I didn't see one.
They had that last if they had one.
The
Oh.
guys,
That was
the guys at Anderton's playing Every Breath You Take through that Miku stomp has got to be one of the best pedal videos I've ever seen.
I actually started. I improved it once. Very nice.
What is happening?
Drum roll.
I
No,
see
I just
that-
had the Miku with me here, the original.
Oh,
Wow.
oh.
Ooh.
Oh, she
So
works.
play that one through the pedal.
Has it got a little speaker in it?
Yeah, it's like what was called those
Stylophone.
cork?
Yes.
Yeah, like a stylophone.
The original Korg Volca. It's the right size.
How did I not
Exactly.
see that one when I visited?
This was only like in a Gakken magazine, so
Oh,
you could
Gakken,
only
yeah.
buy it directly from Japan and
Wow.
like screw it together.
You're a hardcore fan.
Absolutely.
I
I'll
see
try
that-
to put batteries in this for later.
Yeah, if you get some batteries would be cool. I see that Tom's back. Have you got any sound, Tom?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can't hear you, Tom. Can anyone else hear Tom?
Yeah,
we can hear him,
yeah.
I think.
We will
Yeah, I can
translate
hear-
for you.
You ignored me.
Well,
He said,
that's not me.
yeah.
okay. Well, when Tom, you want to speak, tell someone else to instruct me that you're speaking, and I'll be quiet, and then you can tell me when I can talk again, because I can't hear you at all. Yeah, sorry, Tom. I think it's my end. It's been my audio issue the whole way through. Did you fix the grandmother, Sam? That's something I wanted to ask. Look,
Yeah, the grandma.
You never broke it.
It didn't work. No, it was never broken. The funny thing is, that one that was on the stage was actually one from upstairs in the music room, and then they replaced it with the one that I ran back with it, and it was working. So the one that I fixed, well, together was the only one that was working. It's still in the post to me. I managed to blag it, so I'm very, very glad. But actually, I tell you what, the grandmother, I didn't really know how I felt about it until I played it, and I think it's probably my favorite synth.
Yeah.
Well, I
Plug
gotta say-
that merch. Plug that merch.
yeah.
You got it. You got endorsed. You got sponsored with it.
I
He
did
has
not.
to say
Well, I
this.
guess it's sponsored when you break something so much you can't sell it, so they have to give you it. Is that
Uh-oh.
Yeah. That's how I
Is
get
that
all
how
my
you do it?
sponsorships.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah.
Next year, I'm just gonna go wild on
With
that
the
mode
hammer.
one.
And you said it wouldn't work. You
We
said
didn't-
you
we
wouldn't
said
work.
that. Yeah, that's true. We
you
said
remember?
that in the early video, like our pre TSR video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You
Oh,
work.
it worked.
And it did work.
You break it, you keep it.
You break it, you own it.
Measurements for the future.
Yeah, I saw some Tommen guys do some dirty things to some of the gear. I'm not sure they're going to sell that gear afterwards.
What do you mean dirty things?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna go into it.
Whoa, uh-oh.
I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but yeah.
Grandmother. Man. But I mean, yeah, we scared some Tuman guys for sure. With like the spring, like Noir and me were running around with the spring tank. One of the Tuman guys got really scared.
I imagine
was-
the normal staff were scared of just all this stuff going on that the people involved with the event just said yes to everything.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
And
I imagine the staff were kind of like, no, you can't do it. Did anyone run into that? Not because they were being off, but just they were going, no, you can't go in there. No, you can't do this. Until someone came up and went, yeah, Synth Reactor. It's not just some weird guy in the store acting strange.
Having
It
the
took some
sign-
time to get the
Yeah.
Neumann head. That was first. It was said, oh, the one that we won that was on the shop that was sold just now, and then they said they had only one that was in a studio setup somewhere else, but we couldn't take it. But then half an hour later, Lucas popped up. I got the head. It's all nice. So it was first, but then they made it happen. I was surprised that the piano stuff was so cool with me going hardcore on that Yamaha disc clavier.
practically
Because-
breaking it. Like you were that overheated, mad.
Yeah, I overheated it 6 times, which I didn't show in the video.
But it was a great video. I thought it was really cool to see the
Yeah, that's
latency, you know, with the keys.
The MIDI latency visualized, that was my favorite moment, just to see how the serial protocol of MIDI transports physically manifested. That was my
That's cool.
Yeah.
oh shit moment.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
cool.
when
Like
I
a
saw,
heartbeat or something.
sorry.
Shut up.
Yeah, I was just
Everyone is
saying,
so
Heimbach, that I saw the video and I was like, man, I wondered like how sweaty was the piano guys. Like because it looked like you were breaking something inside that piano.
No, it was really just, I think it has a sensor that just says overheat, and because the piano runs on an app, basically. So you log in with an Android app, then you can control all the settings, and then there's a box up front, and then there's a huge box back there where you hook up everything. And the app just told me error code, blah, blah, and I checked in the manual, it's overheating. So it shuts itself down, I would say. So
can
to
feel
protect itself.
Yeah, cool.
I don't remember from the video. Did you explain how the mechanism works? Like what pulls the keys down? Is it like a solenoid or something like
It's
that?
solenoids, I would say. It's all solenoids,
wow,
but
yeah.
really finely tuned. So,
Mhm.
and I like that at some point it would just vibrate, because physically it's not possible to get all the travel anymore. So
Yeah.
just 400 beats per M at 16th note, it's all done.
What was the limit of it?
One question. I'm going to keep an eye on the live chat. This is just completely freewheeling for a while, so anyone that wants to ask questions, do. Was there anything you wanted to do but we weren't allowed to do, or that we didn't, that you were told no? I didn't do anything too crazy, so I think I didn't get any pushback.
But I think we chatted about this in the Discord, right? That for next year, all of us have a lot of crazy ideas, because I think this year everybody was like, yeah, let's just see what happens. And I think next year is going to be insane.
Yeah, I feel like day one, at least for me, was kind of like, okay, what gear am I going to go get and play on? And let's just find one person to kind of jam with it. And then you kind of got, or at least for me, I got partway through day one and I'm like, this is fucking crazy that we're all in the same space. And it became more interesting. And then there were lots of moments for me where I'd finish filming something and go back to the tent outside, and it was like, where is everyone? And you realize there's like 3 or 4 groups, Cuckoo and Rachel off in the Tesla doing stuff, you guys stretching springs and busting gear open. And when does the squishy release? I think the people involved will understand what I mean.
Hopefully tomorrow or something.
Okay. There is some special squishy tomorrow.
It's a secret video. It's our eyes only.
Involving
But we've been planning though. We've been planning on posting maybe still, I don't know, maybe it's a yes, to post the unedited breaking of the squishy on my channel and the edited version on Sam's channel. So we can have like a full destruction of the squishy.
100% unedited squishy.
But put through a filter, so it's still weird.
100% unedited squishy.
Squishy. We gotta put squishy in measurements for the future.
Who's playing like Bejeweled or something?
Who's playing Breath of the Wild?
Oh, it's me. Or it's not me. My hands are here, but I lower audio.
It's okay.
I thought it was nice background music for the stream.
Yeah, I'm hearing like shrine sounds. Like, something.
She also said, maybe maybe nobody has played it except us. No, doesn't matter. Let's move on.
Yeah. So one thing I would like to ask, and I'm sure there's a lot of crossover in this, but just one thing I'm all for it, just freewheeling for a while, but just to go down everyone and everyone have a chance. Tom, I'll ask you and you can speak and I won't be able to respond, but everyone can hear you apparently, so you're free to go. But personal highlight from the event, I'll go left to right. What about you, Bo?
Personal highlights. I I think for me personally, it was just making music with people that I would never have had the option or opportunity to play with, and also to interact. Did a couple of jams with Jade, for example, from Dallas Jamming, which felt like really cool because we come from sort of the same communities online and have been hanging out. She was there when I kind of started my channel and everything, so it's kind of cool. And that as well as just I think also doing the Electron tutorial that I did with you, Stephen and Felix.
Cool.
It's coming together nicely. It was something, it's impossible to do something like that with you guys. So it's not the wild and crazy stuff for me personally. If for example, if we're doing like a new event next year, I don't think I'd be looking to do the craziest stuff. I would more kind of look to what kind of opportunities don't I have at home that I have over at Tommen, and I felt I sort of started to explore it a little bit without going into the breaking of stuff, which I think is cool that others are doing, but it's not for me. Like I feel it's kind of off-brand, and I'm not very interested in doing it personally. But it's very fun to watch others do it. So I think the whole just exploring stuff, exploring music, exploring tutorials, exploring the same concepts that I do at home, but exploring them in a new way, trying to find that was what I wanted to do, like push myself. Can I be myself, do what I usually do, but kind of push myself to do it more and in a different way, I guess, with new people, kind of just, expose myself, I guess, in a way to and just be spontaneous and do that kind of stuff. So that was kind of the highlights, I guess.
You mentioned
but also getting more people into the same room, I guess, for like, as you said, with the Electron stuff, to be able to bring in another YouTuber and do shit like that.
For sure. I mean, that's awesome. And at the start of the event, I was thinking of doing it with, I had like the safe bets. I'm doing it with Accurate and Jacob Hack because I know them. So we spoke beforehand. I said, you guys don't know the workflow. But as the event progressed, I felt that, it was such a missed opportunity not to use the guys that I can actually, I live like an hour from Accurate. So, I mean, and I think he felt the same, like it's kind of a spoiled
He even
potential.
slept at your place. Like
Exactly. Yeah, we traveled together. He's a super cool guy. He lives really close. And Jacob I met before as well. So it was really, really cool that I could just hit you up, Felix and Stephen Noir, and just really quickly. And it was really super spontaneous as well.
Kim, you mentioned in one of your videos that interesting point to touch on was that, and I don't know if it's a video that's coming that I've previewed or live, but I'm not revealing any spoilers. Just how you mentioned it being different, that you did it in one take and you had people switching for you. That felt weird to me. Not in a over controlling kind of way, but not being the one that has to run around and hit everything and check sync, and just to have something there, you're rolling. And
for sure. I mean, we are all we're all the conductors of our own art or our own products in a way, and we're used to doing everything basically for ourselves. And most of you guys, you all here have made hundreds of videos already. So, I mean, it's something that's it's very much ingrained in us. I think this control. And that was very weird to experience.
Conductor just got conducted.
It made me want a camera switcher.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of cameras, but even to
if somebody want to come here and work as camera switcher for lunch, I'm totally down for that.
I would have loved having a physical, like having the button for camera switching on site, like in the studio, doing it yourself. Overhead.
Yeah, just to tuck it under the desk so you can talk.
Yeah. You do it with the foot.
Trousers. So you wiggle your hips like this. You got left camera, right camera, front camera, back camera.
You do that.
Okay, well, we're making up for everyone.
But you don't even need to do this live, actually, because when you record with several cameras at once, you can just sync them up in post-production. Then you have the camera switching buttons in your editor, right? So you can also, in the end, afterwards, switch them like that, which is sometimes nice.
The nice
Way
thing
more
is,
work.
though, just looking at, for me, it's Final Cut, but just opening Final Cut and just having one file.
Yeah.
It's such a luxury.
Yeah.
I mean, the files are huge, but they're not rendering either because they've
But
given.
there are bad switchings as well. When I've seen videos, like I saw Robin, like Molten Music Technology, I saw a video where it felt like, why don't they switch to the overhead now? Like they were slow.
I think a lot of that is, for me, there's a couple of mine like that and not being clear in what I'm saying. So we were told, for anyone watching that's unaware, the studios were operated by a crew. You had someone roaming on camera in the room, a couple of guys switching in the other room, and a screen. And you could stop and say, switch to the overhead. And then, you know, you just nip that 20 seconds out of the video. I didn't do that early on. And then there's some of my family like to say that I'm balding. There's a few of my balding head as I lean over for a piece of gear. But I feel if I was a bit more clear in what I was saying, like, you know, specifically, let's check this out and kind of grabbing it or pointing at it, maybe that wouldn't have happened. But, you know, still, there's not been a lot of editing, even for trying to cut this out. But what about you, Gaz? Keeping going with the kind of highlights thing?
Well, I love the thing with Nebs. That's up online. The playing through the Moog One with the bass. I really enjoyed that, and good work on that as well, Nebs, because that's Once Upon a Synth, I should say. That's a cool video. I really like that. I like what Bo was saying. It was an opportunity to play with someone who wouldn't ordinarily have the chance to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I still on? Okay, everything cut out then. I didn't know if could you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. God, there's so many highlights, really. But there was something. It was a comment that I put in the Discord chat about how it's really getting back home and then just kind of then thinking about how many ideas that I'd like to do. So I mean,
write them up.
Roman. Have us back.
Save them in the Discord. We should save future thread. Like,
because I really like the idea. I was saying to Simon about rolling across a load of wah-wah pedals and seeing how many, or expression pedals, and just see how many physical expression pedals it'd be able to one person operate by just literally doing a roly-poly over them.
How loud are you going to scream in pain?
Double hoodies. Just wear double hoodies. It's not a problem.
My biggest highlight was getting to meet everybody, for sure. I think that was certainly my biggest highlight. Yeah.
One thing, another highlight, really, it started before the event, and it's Simon's initiative. So we've all kind of give you the thumbs up for this already, but starting a Discord group with us all in, where we can discuss, I don't know, business ideas, getting crappy comments when someone just says, oh, this sounds like shit, and they haven't even watched it, to way more offensive rubbish that is good for us all to be able to chat about. That was a really good move. And it felt like before we went, if nothing else, having us all connected was really valuable.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course, the event was great as well. Let's keep going down. Heimbach. Notice the lack of the hard K.
Smooth.
I'm taking notes.
I've got 3 major highlights. The first was, of course, the piano video, because that's been something I wanted to do for 20 years, and being able to do that. And after I'd done that, I was like, it's all fun and games, but that was the first thing I zoomed in on Friday when I arrived, did that, and now it was all fun. And the second thing was, of course, all the collaboration videos. Once Upon a Synth, Simon and Sam, to work with both of you at the same time, because we have worked together one-on-one, but to work with the 3 of you together and then see all the stuff that cooked up when we were together in a room, that is something that I extremely enjoyed. And then there was one private thing that I don't know who it even was. We were sitting together, almost half the crew was on their phones, and someone said, I love this. Nobody's complaining that we're on the phone because it's our job. And I felt, okay, yeah, I'm here where people understand me. So that was like a personal highlight in the end.
I love when Henning grabbed you outside of Thoman when we came out from the shop or something like that, and he started going with his speech about the studios and everything, and you were like, No, I'm not gonna use the studios.
Yeah, I did in the end, but we recorded one video in there, which was also a surprise because it's something that's coming out that was with Native, but I didn't even know that it was one guy from Native, Julian, and he, I knew him as an artist first. I put on a show of his, so meeting him there and then figuring something out to do together, it was also fun because you see someone in a different context, see him there, and then you do something together, which was fun.
And then the program crashed. So
Yeah, there'll be little
spoilers.
Another little highlight. Thinking of Henning. Henning runs a guitar channel. I'll link it in the description when the video's done. And he came up with the Guitar Gearhead University, the guitar event that Tolman have done twice now, and then kind of headed up the Synth Reactor event. And I know Tom can't hear me, but Tom was from Synth Anatomy. Was a crucial part of this happening as well. So big up to kind of everyone. But with Henning, one of the highlights was hearing Bo ask him, is he happy to now do a music event? Effectively, our one isn't a music event. And Henning's face hidden behind his cup of coffee was quite amusing.
Oh,
Henning took one. He took a lot of abuse, I think. Once we got comfortable, it felt like everyone was bashing.
He's the only one owning a Rolly. He's the only one owning a Rolly. So
yeah,
funny.
there were 15 of us, the quote YouTubers in the room, Rolly, and none of us owned one, but Henning did.
And now he has 2. He's got 2 now. After the event. It's so funny.
Once Upon a Sin, how about you?
Yeah, so go ahead.
Yeah, your highlights and any little stories or...
Oh yeah, so I mean, very similar, I guess, summary to what others have said. Just like being around people that I've only watched through a screen was kind of a meta highlight throughout the whole thing, and just like following Simon around with his crazy ideas, and just like it was a very inspiring atmosphere because everybody was like creative and like running around, and it was lots of energy. I feel like when I came home, I just like crashed because there was. But then there were 2 smaller, more like I guess audio highlights for me. One was Simon Heinbach and I were running around the store trying to find a giant gong to synthesize, and just hearing like one of the professional like store people there did a demo for us, and just hearing that giant gong like in person, it's hard to describe in words, but that was kind of just like an audio highlight for me. It's a very surreal kind of meditative sound that kind of takes you over. And the other one was the opportunity to jam with Cenk from Electron, or Dataline, which was also kind of a surreal experience because I've been watching him forever. And we were in this they took us to this fancy hidden Steinway room where they have like $50,000 plus Steinways in there. So like playing that through his Octatrack, it was a very out of body experience. So just like being able to not only like hear a crazy Steinway, but also him there and like jamming together. It was something that I probably will never have the opportunity to do in another context. So yeah, those were the general things. But yeah, by far it's just like being around creative people and like kind of feeding off that energy was way more of a highlight than any of the gear. Which I thought I was going to be more like gear minded when I was there, but I turned out I didn't really care. Like there was so little time that I wanted to spend more time just, I would rather like watch people make content than try to make content myself, because I feel like I could absorb more that way. But yeah, looking back, like if I had more time, I could have balanced that out a little bit, but yeah, no regrets.
Yeah, if a video titled something like Exploring FM with the Reface DX or whatever I call it appears, that is absolute testament to Once Upon a Synth's playing and putting up with me coughing like I was going to die in the video. And testament to the camera switches, because for some reason I was fine through the event, a little bit bunged up, but totally fine. I think it was dust. We were in like Tolman's grandfather's old house, and I think maybe dust in the studio, I don't know. Absolutely had a ridiculous coughing fit. Maybe Simon, you can put the full video of me coughing and dying up live, and I'll put the edited one.
Auto-tune the coughing.
Why don't we do like Nebs did with Atomic? You know, where's the mini moog? But we do where's Ben coughing?
Yeah, you could do a which room did Ben die in, but yeah, God, it was like, you know, we had an hour slot. I probably coughed for like 45 minutes. So but Neb's played some great little kind of game retro kind of vibe, FM chord stuff on the keyboard. There might be like 5 minutes in it, and then the camera switcher told me he just caught one cough. Anytime I like leant into cough or kind of turned out of the way, he switched like a total pro. So I'm hoping there's a video in it.
So that's your highlights.
That's not my highlight. Editing me feeling like I'm going to die and then when it coughs out of the audio is definitely not a highlight. But Neb's total pro. Just kept going with the video. I felt so bad. Like I was going to go do it on my own. Everyone was kind of busy. I had a slot and I was just, oh man, come and play this together. And then, yeah, just that must have been the worst hour of the trip.
Your highlight, Ben, was probably the Kyra demo.
Yeah, Flo mentions this because I was asking, I don't think difficult questions, but I was asking questions and I don't think I was understood particularly well. And I think there's a lot of editing.
Ben's frustration level quite high. I could feel him like he's.
Yeah, so I'll explain it because I don't want painting into.
No, don't go into detail.
Ben got no highlights.
Just little things like we were demoing the piece of gear, and I just wanted to hear some of the onboard effects, and then that sound was moved away from and never saved, so we couldn't go back to it. I just wanted to hear the oscillator waves, but every time I asked that question, which was a few times in a row, something else was shown. Here's the filter, here's the LFOs. Can I just hear the oscillator? I was just trying to get a picture of the synth that I didn't know. And I am sure it was presented in a way that anyone else is any wiser. I was polite, but I think Bo, knowing me, was kind of like, he keeps asking the same thing. This is going south. It's the bits we heard sounded good. I will say that. But I hope that some good content comes out of it.
Post a no talking video.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the no talking videos.
The only no talking video on my channel.
Yeah. Bo's all talk, no synth, right?
Yeah. Merch.
So merch. How about you? Little stories or highlights?
Let's see. I think it was like a surreal moment, probably the first day of like looking across the table and seeing like Simon, and then it was just kind of this weird realization that we
just
all
seeing me.
It's because like I'm so used to seeing people, so used to seeing people on screens that it was just so like crazy to like see people in 3D. So that and like seeing getting to play with Gaz, that was really cool on stage. And let's see. Oh, I liked me and Once Upon a Synth having like this little talk on the couch, which I don't know if Nebs remembers, but it was like the first or second day. It was just kind of this faux therapy session between like two YouTubers. Like, oh, how does it feel when people make the negative comments? And I'm like, oh, it's really tough. But yeah, just being able to hang out with people who do the same thing all day for like 5 days was kind of crazy, You
anyone coming over from the States or Canada, you guys didn't seem to have any jet lag.
What?
I don't know why that just sprung to mind. You seem to have a similar energy to everyone else. Now maybe
adrenaline,
a big downer, but you guys seem to be all right. I was thinking you'd be absolutely gone the first few days.
I was.
You were gone on Saturday, but lots of alcohol was consumed.
Yeah, no, it was actually tough. I think that Once Upon a Synth was down for the count for at least a day as well. But I was not sleeping for like the first 2 days.
Yeah. I think Sam has to leave us, Mr. Luck Mum, shortly.
No.
I'm really sorry.
It's all right. Just fire in. If you can, quickly fire in with any little highlights or stories. And then,
to be honest, I can't think like everybody's saying it, and it was just amazing to meet everybody in person. I've met a few people before, like you, DivKid, and like Heimbach and Simon and stuff. But it's like meeting everybody else was really cool. It's really awesome to kind of sit in there, especially in the bar, and drink loads of beer with loads of people, especially Gaz.
Hey.
Oh, what was it? Bake hole. I love it.
Bake hole.
yeah. So it was really fun. And are we going to be doing another one of these live streams at all? Like post all the videos out, by the way.
Yeah,
On
sure.
a day.
If
Every
someone else
day.
wants to host one, or I'll host one again once we've got all our videos up, or we could do this every few months. Be nice just to touch in with everyone.
That'd be cool. Yeah, it's a shame Mark isn't on here. Mark Doty.
Yeah, apparently we've hit the limit. Get Jervis, Mr. Jervis, who was.
You should tell somebody because I'm leaving. So tell somebody. Nah.
Yeah, we'll see if he'll come in. I think there's a limit of 10 on Hangouts.
Right. Anyway, I've got to go. So, take care, guys.
Take care,
bye,
Sam.
Sam.
And remember,
Bye, Sam.
of all things that have happened, this is a great thing to have happened. I love that. Like you can't make that up. Like I've been putting that video. It's like automatic. Anyway, where's the mini Moog? I'll see you in a bit.
I'll try and get Mr. Jervis in. He tried and said there's a limit. But Simon, what about you? As we keep going down the line, I imagine what's going to happen is Jervis will come in, and I won't be able to hear him because there's audio issues on my end. So it'll be another let him talk and you guys discuss. But yeah, Simon, stories, highlights. Did you drink any of the smoked beer that was apparently like smoked salmon?
Smoked salmon beer? No, I'm not stupid.
Yeah, I felt like that. I felt like I'm not stupid enough to drink this smells beer.
But you did? No? You didn't?
No, I smelt it. I didn't drink it.
You smelt it? That is weird.
Yeah, well, super smoky. Someone said smoked bacon. Someone else was smoked salmon. Smoked salmon.
Okay. I like Lafroy though.
One bottle.
You liked it?
I liked it.
I liked it for one bottle, and I wouldn't drink another one
like fish.
Soon. No, it smelled like like a fire, just like a fire,
But Lafroy,
like a wood fire.
I guess you all drank Lafroy. That's smoky. Is it close to Lafroy smoky or something else?
Oh yeah, it's more like Lafroy. Yeah, like the Scotch. Yeah, a bit like that.
So that is nice. That's like my measurement for smoky drinky.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
I'm not a good smoky drinky.
Hey, Robin is trying to join, so I think we might have to kick
good.
Jervis off because he's only a lowly crew member, isn't he?
Yeah.
I can't hear him. I can't hear him either. So if you want to, we can try and get Robin in. I think anyone new to join after me, I can't hear. I think that's the deal with the audio. And I now can't leave an active live stream. So yeah, we'll see.
Jason is in the building now, though. Maybe he can.
Yeah, Jason. Yeah, Gaz, you direct it and let me know when he's done talking.
When he's done talking? Right, okay, I'll tell you next week.
Bit of a highlight, Jason. Go on, fire away.
Hey!
With loads of different voices happening at the same time, so I'm really got it.
You got the floor.
Hello, beautiful people. I have the floor, really.
Beautiful person.
Oh,
Can anyone else hear Jason?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, miss you all massively. It was such a crazy. I mean, I was there for like 8 days, so we hit the ground running, getting all the rooms ready. And I mean, I arrived off the flight, hit a cab, and got there, and it was straight into linking stuff. We hit the ground running, getting all the rooms ready.
Somebody has to mute your stream.
Somebody has to mute their stream.
Yeah, I can hear me.
Sorry, this is me. So what I've done is I figured if I watch my own live stream on delay, I now can hear Jason and I'll be able to hear Tom. But
Brilliant.
I'll mute myself. And sorry, Jason, carry on.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so it was a good few days of getting all the rooms ready, and lots of different problems and quite a few late nights, and some on the spot training for the crew to make sure that they knew actually how to switch, how to run a camera, and how to make sure that everybody had a good understanding of the gear. Because a lot of these guys hadn't. I mean, you know, you go into these rooms, you guys would sit down with a piece of kit that you've never probably seen before, so you're focused on that. We're going like, what does this now? What happens if I do this? So there was a couple of mistakes where I think maybe cameras were put into preview, which would be this is what it's going to look like if I press this button, and instead of that happening, they'd switch the camera. So there were a couple of moments like that with some of the switches, but I think they did a fairly good job, you know, really good job to straight in. I mean, I'd have liked more training because I'd like to have switched. I think I switched once, and it was for I think it was Robin's. Well, I won't say, no spoilers, but it was a computer thing. It's like there's no synth to see here. So I was like, I've been so on that, but you know.
But no star.
Exactly, no star wipes. Which is something I filmed a lot of you guys doing a little trailer for my
Diamond
channel.
Wipe Club.
Diamond Wipe Club.
Diamond Wipe Club.
I've got Henning who absolutely. You use a diamond wipe, you are fired. It was that straightforward. So
we have a whole video on it. We have swiping.
It's beautiful. So I've incorporated that onto his transition on my little trailer. So that'll be quite fun to see. I'm sure he'll be livid, absolutely livid that I've used it on him. Diamond Wipe Club. But yeah, no. So back to making our own food as well. And not having top and crisps and chocolates literally in front of us, apart from, you know, and not having to bought yourself, you know, literally.
Oh, yum.
In hands reach. But there we go. So yeah, good fun times. Good fun times.
So the important question here is, if there's a second one,
yeah,
are you aiming to be crew or be YouTuber?
Hey, hang on a minute. He was meant to be crew. He was presenting. He was jumping on the couch. He was being like, I think he managed to sort of promote himself.
Or we plan to make him to the anchor of the event.
The what?
The anchor.
Anchor.
Yeah.
Ooh.
because Andy is the guitar geek, and maybe Jason is the synth anchor. Let's see.
The synth anchor. Synth anchor.
Sanker.
The sanker.
Sanker. Sinyanka.
He's not a sanker. He's just a wanker.
When Jason done.
And jumping back in, I think I got the general gist, but there's about a 15-20 second delay, so I can't really comment on much of what was said. But yeah, Jason, you weren't just there working, you were hustling. Everyone's on your channel. You did well out of this.
Yeah, more than what though? The one thing I am struggling with now is
keep it going down the line. We'll do
there wasn't just Tommen making their big move with their synth channel. There was Jervis as well. You know,
Jervis.
I gotta get in there. Gotta get the monies. Get the views, the clicks.
Jervis making moves. Although Jason did very nicely guide me to a nice pair of soft tube socks on the first day. Good on you for that one, Jason. My feet are nice and toasty.
I think
what was the best swag? Who had the best swag?
When we come to swag, let's keep going down the line.
Go.
Tom,
me.
I'll watch you on the live stream. What was the highlight for you?
Honestly, not the gear, because I'm super happy to make this event possible with Henning. We worked a lot on how it works, which people we invite, which companies we will bring, and how it will look at the end. And I'm so happy, and it was my highlight that this event is here or was happening, and the first time also the guys, to see all these guys together in one place. So the gear is a nice accessory, but to see all these synth people on the same place, that is a great moment for me. So less gear, but more communications. It's in the bar where you can talk each together and drink some beers together, and that was my highlight of this event.
Hey.
And with you guys, the long nights, the very long nights.
Yeah.
And you maybe see I'm not the biggest, the craziest man or the loudest man, but I'm a bit more the calm guy. But I must be honest, I really enjoyed this event. I'm really happy to see you there in this event, and I hope to see them next year again, and maybe on PSR 20.
Woo! PSR 20!
Hashtag TSR20.
Yeah, it started already. Let's
Real.
make it real with hashtags.
Free Jervis from
Free
Crew.
Jervis. I want to be crew. I'm trying to apply to be crew instead. I wanna be
Simon,
crew.
seriously though, you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to be crew.
Hashtag,
That
have
could
to be
be
crew.
that could turn the event into
Hashtag
some
Jervis.
real crazy shenanigans.
hashtag Jervis.
Maybe that's what we should all have to do. We should all have to put in an hour session for someone else.
Yeah.
Quite amusing.
Yeah, that'd be quite interesting.
Keeping going though with the kind of highlight things, I want to make sure everyone gets a chance to kind of speak and share stuff. Although I imagine a lot of it's the same. The highlights were everyone else.
Yeah.
Felix, our Tuesday Night Machines. What about you?
Yeah, obviously meeting everybody else was the highlight. But yeah, also like it was said, like having the Discord chat is amazing to talk to everybody. And what I also found very interesting was that we all share like certain experiences or certain backgrounds when it comes to synthesizers. But it's also really cool that we are yet also so different. And I got a lot of that, got a lot out of that. You know, talking to people and seeing how they approach stuff differently. And that we're such a diverse group, really, and it's not just about one synth; it's about like so many different things.
Yeah.
And specifically, I guess like what I loved was, of course, the video I could join Cuckoo in, demonstrating those Haken fingerboard, Linstrument, and Roli seaboard instruments, because personally I was very interested in those, and just being able to get some input from people who are very skilled with those devices. And also who are YouTubers or who are, used to working like we work, was like very valuable, I think. And of course, the big Marienberg modular for me specifically was also very, very fun.
Yeah, it was good that me and you got a chance to sit with Dieter, Dopfer.
Yeah, of course.
And have a good chat. We chatted some Surge, big up the banana cables and all that kind of geekiness as well, which is good.
Yeah, there were surprisingly few modular synth manufacturers, right? Or modular.
Yeah, I imagine, being blunt, and I think Tom said this, they probably just couldn't afford to come. Not just in case of they couldn't afford to sponsor the event, just in that when it's one or two people, they can't afford, 5 days away. I know some of the Euro guys are so focused on Super Booth that they just can't give up, half a week of their time or a week of their time to do it, which is a shame because they would have been put in front of us lot, which I think is a great bunch of people.
Yeah.
But maybe more. I think the event really will. Someone said in the live chat, there's potential for this to really have a long-lasting effect right across the kind of whole industry, and I think it does.
For sure.
Amongst those content creators, manufacturers, I think there is a lasting effect, and there's a couple of people on the stream I know trying to kind of lobby a American retailer to do a similar thing. I guess so they don't have to take as long of a plane ride. But yeah, I'd be surprised if it doesn't have a big effect right across the whole scene. Go on, Gaz. Let's do the swag question.
Okay.
Best swag of the event.
Best swag of the event. Well, I mean, it started well, didn't it? Was at the hotel, just having that Shure MV88 kit. That was a microphone and some headphones as well that came. That was a cool little touch.
Can I just interrupt there, Gaz? Because I mean, I spoke to you and you
that
came
was
to
the
my
best
house.
swag. The little Toman beer, the
and
headphones, the little mic, basically a little video creator kit to, I guess, to help you in that event if you wanted to wander around with your phone and get some good quality.
We need to tell Ben when Jarvis starts talking. You're too nice. You need to tell Ben when he's.
Yeah, sorry,
I know.
Tom, if Tom or Jason start.
I can see that Stephen has got the mic on screen though.
Yeah,
there we go.
He's got a thing about putting mics in his mouth tonight.
Yeah, look at that. Get it out for the. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. If I can just. I was just trying to say, I'm speaking. Oh, there you go. The crew got these two, which I thought was amazing.
Nice.
So that was
the crew doesn't deserve.
Exactly. We didn't deserve it, but we got it too. So
I can't hear you at all.
You deserve it more. He's saying that the crew also got the mic and headphones,
which was really big.
I can see Jason moving, but I can't hear you. I apologize.
And
it should have been.
The crew should have got like the slightly cheaper version.
Literally, that's it.
That would have been so funny, like creating the gaps.
Only white light for the crew and half the volume.
Exactly.
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
Any
But
other
it's
swag,
nice.
though?
It's really nice.
Some
Yeah,
people
they're
have
lovely hats.
the
Great
hoodies
hats.
on. I can see Mr. Jason kitted up in Synth Reactor gear.
And some
Very
gear.
kind of Papa Elf looking with a hat up like that.
Yeah, plug that merch.
I think Tom has the hoodie on. Gaz.
Yeah.
Bo didn't give everyone a Bob Eats hoodie, for God's sake, bro.
No, I didn't
You
get them
playing
in
that?
time.
Yeah, they came
No.
too
the
late.
day after I left.
Yeah, I didn't have my
Should have
own.
had them shipped.
Any other swag highlights?
Swag.
There were some t-shirts around, some socks.
Well, there's going to be a giveaway, I think, is the plan with the hoodie that everyone signed.
Oh,
And-
nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I gave it to Tuman, like at the last
Oh,
dinner
cool.
thingy. Yeah.
That's
I
cool.
traded it for a crew hoodie.
Yeah, I think Arturia had actually repping Arturia here, but yeah, they had a really nice shirt. This one.
Ah.
Micro break.
I missed
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I
Oh,
thought
that's
it
totally-
I actually dumped all of my t-shirts that I with me for the swag because my
Right up.
t-shirts they're such a crap quality, so these are much better quality. And of course, I got the mini log one as well here
Yeah,
from Korg.
yeah,
so yeah.
I picked one of those.
Yeah.
up too,
Can
yeah.
you
I
wear
gave
that
it-
Arturia? Can
I
you wear
actually
that
started-
Arturia t-shirt? No, seeing as it's not proper keys.
No, the shirt doesn't have proper keys, so I don't wear the
I
shirt.
don't want it.
Just
So I can sparkle like a vampire when he wears it. Like,
Oh, it should have been fluorescent or something. That would have been really cool. I gave away like Look Mom No Computers t-shirts to crew members. Like that he got from Moog and shit. But he didn't mind.
Where is our Rolly?
Someone in the chat, it's an interesting topic, I think.
Rolly only had stickers. Sorry.
They didn't want to give
Synth
shirts
Net-
away. They didn't want to give
Our
shirts away.
broken Rolly.
It's Tom talking.
Yeah.
Go, Tom.
Where's it our broken Rolly? The people that signed.
Yeah, Tuman is keeping it.
But they should did give it away.
Yeah, they don't want to, it seems.
Oh, come on.
Mother forkers. I'm PG-13 now.
No man spreading on the sofa. Come on, guys.
Yeah, it's not my channel. Mother forker. Where were you, Ben? You go. You go, girl. Come on.
You can say Mother Forker.
Yeah, move a forklift.
Mooga.
If they can replace it with
Frogger, what?
you were saying
Mooger.
something, Ben, you were saying something about something in the chat or some interesting question?
Yeah, I was going to say, someone said in the chat, how do we feel about Behringer posting companies, posting videos of us from the event? Now, I don't know the specific video they're on about, but surely companies are just as free to walk around with a camera as we are.
Yeah.
And they're just as free to say no to us as we are to them.
Robin had some
I
weird
see
info
now.
though on it in chat. I mean,
Okay, the chat's been kind of flying by. And
but that's more of a personal thing, I guess. I think.
I
think it was
left to
Arturia.
Behringer. I say
Okay.
left to Behringer.
But yeah,
No,
generally,
Behringer.
I mean,
no.
you know,
You go away.
You know, the companies have sponsored the event. We wouldn't have been there if they didn't. So I have no issue with them asking.
Oh yeah, you can't hear Synth Anatomy. He said no, Behringer. No.
I don't know, but what did anyone do anything for any brands specifically? It didn't feel like to me.
Only Robin. Only multi-music technology.
But it didn't
Poor
feel like
Robin.
it didn't feel like it was pushed that flipped that way around. It didn't feel like the companies were
Right.
just there to kind of rinse footage from us all.
Well, I think like it's natural that it's a totally new thing for them. So when I had Brian on from Arturia, for example, he was totally cool with the idea of just jamming. And then, of course, when we started talking about the specs of the Microfreak, he, of course, I could hear, I think even say in the video, like, oh, nice, now you got your bullet points checked off or something, like, because he was sort of like reverting back to the script, if you will. But I mean, that's totally natural considering,
He's got
yeah.
He's got
Yeah,
notes
like-
in his palm. Like, oh my god.
No, but I mean, they're there to rep the gear and also, especially when there's I think especially something like the Freak, which isn't really, I don't think it was even totally finished at the event, or like really finished, like finished like just before the event with the firmware and everything. So I think he made like a really good job making it, you know, feel natural and not too and Luke from Korg, you know, he's such a good sport, like the coolest guy, like just getting along. Like I had emailed him before and said, because I had a good vibe about him, you know, like okay, let's do something. I want to know about this. Can you help me? Do you know about this? Can you prepare so you can actually answer my questions? And he was like, yeah, sure, no problem, you know, we'll do it. And he came in and I took Robin with me, and we just, I think the first video I uploaded was the Minilog XD digital oscillator one, and that was just from my it was a question from a viewer and a question I wanted answered, so we built on that. And I just thought Luke did such a good job not turning it into like a typical, like, okay, now let me show you the same sound I showed everybody else before you.
Yeah, but I mean, a great, can I say just really quick, just a good compromise or a good rule could have been that they can't film us in the tent the first day, so it's not like an ambush. Anything after the first day, it feels way more natural because you've already talked to all the brands. If we speak like filming for their own channels, just to set it up, like don't bring up a camera first hour at least.
But that also feels like if we were to do it again and some of or all of the same people go again, that you could probably just hit the ground running on day one. This time.
Yeah, definitely because it's the first
Don't
event.
you guys think it's also a little bit of us being so unaccustomed to being in these sort of situations where the spotlight is on us? Because on Superbooth and NAMM, the spotlight isn't on us. Like sometimes I know people who have to, like, you know, wrestle their way to get a demo of stuff, and here it was totally opposite. So
but it's also
like,
a communication thing then. Like if we had the information, like obviously the brands, they will have a camera crew with them, it's going to be like that, then we would have known, then we would have been prepared. But I don't think anybody like was shady, like a secret camera or something. Like everybody.
Well, there are some news to view, Simon, that I know Arturia, they went into
Oh, this is a funny side note. Like on the I don't know if it was Saturday night or Friday night or whatever, but we took Ben's camera, me and Atomic, and we started spying on Ben with his own camera. You gotta post that. Oh, it was so hilarious. This old lady got super pissed because we were sneaking around in the bar. She started screaming in German. You can't film here. I think it was German.
I've seen the bit where you're filming through the Coca-Cola glass.
Why haven't you watched it all?
I haven't had a chance to watch it all. Just going back to Bo's point about trade shows, though, NAMM and things like that. Every year at Superbooth, I do the like more kind of media news type thing and film a ton of videos. They're a little bit different for me, but you know, Superbooth's kind of home territory for me, doing the kind of modular thing. So it makes sense and it's enjoyable. But you're filming a video, it's clear as day. I've got a microphone on someone because it's so loud, you've just got to get a mic near their mouth as best you can. Unlike Noir trying to eat it. But someone will come and like look over my shoulder between, like there's me and the presenter and the gear, and they'll stand between us. Or they'll sort of sideways try and nudge their way in. And it's just like, just hang on for a minute, for God's sake. And if anyone watching does it, please don't. I'm not going to kick off at the time, but it is really annoying. It means a ton of editing sometimes when the camera's been shaking. Because poor Greg that's usually holding the camera for me is literally just been like nudged out of the way. And then you realise that you can't be seen for half the video because someone stood in front of him.
I can be security. It's not a problem.
It's not helpful at all.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
I just wanted to kind of talk about what Robin was talking about in the chat, how he was saying maybe there was a bit of talking points that Arturia wanted to get across. I just feel like the whole event, I never felt like anybody actually came up and was like, can you do this thing that you don't really want to do? Everybody who asked me about something seemed to just be more like, would you be interested? And I would say straight up like, you know, not really. because it started to feel like time was like we were at a time crunch. Like come like third day, everyone was like, "Oh crap!" Like these days are going fast, and so I was kind of like the only thing that I did where I kind of was like, "All right, I will," was like the Kyra for Waldorf.
Yeah.
That I was kind of like about, but aside from that, like I got to talk to the Cubase people and everything was great.
Yeah, no one kind of pushed anything. There was a little bit of like, hey, you want to check this out in the tent, but no one was like, can we go do a video? Can we go take this? There was no pushing. I mean, clearly they're there. They've got a business to run. They're clearly there to sell their stuff. We're kind of stupid if we think they're all there just to be friends, but it was very friendly. No one pushed anything on me, at least.
I think that's.
And it was just nice. And, most of the conversations for me with the manufacturers didn't start about
Jason wants to speak. Jason wants to speak.
Please, sir.
Good, sir.
He's crew. He can speak.
I was there before you guys and before when the brands turned up. I think they're in the same situation that you are. They don't know what to expect. They didn't know what the event was going to be.
Exactly.
And I think it was like they went into default trade show mode.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there was that vibe in the tent
I received
for ages.
I received many emails 1-2 days before the event, and they said to me what we can expect from this event, because either Dupfer or other said what will be will be a NAMM show, a super group, or what it will be. So nobody really know how it works. So
bring in us first. Just make it so we land first. Like we're there one day before them instead of them being there one day before.
And I think now it's more easier for the companies because they know how it works or how it.
Yeah. I think it's hard to sort of just. I know we talked a lot about communications, and of course things can always be improved upon. But I do think that it's. Looking at it a little bit from the outside, since I haven't gone to many trade shows the last like 15 years, to me it seems like it's sort of almost impossible to prepare everyone to the same extent. I felt really prepared for the event, and when I was pushed a little bit by some people, and I didn't have any troubles. Like I was like, no, I don't want to do this. I had my agenda, what I wanted to do, but I had prepared a lot mentally for it. Just kind of trying to understand what it was about, but I think it was very much very hard to sort of shift from this general event mentality or culture. I think it's very, very hard to make everybody come on board on the exact same way, because also we are very different as well.
I think as soon as you start hosting it in a music store, your first thoughts are going to be, well, this is going to be for the benefit of the store and the benefit of the brands. But actually, it wasn't. Toman was literally just the house that you all sat in. The brands were there for you.
They started
guys,
a channel.
and it was for you. And that was the thing I think that perhaps has never really happened before. It puts you guys first. And that puts you in, as Bo said earlier on, it puts you in the strong position of like, well, oh, you mean I don't have to queue up for this? You can just bring it to me and you'll bring me the knowledge.
But that's why it's interesting to hear their evaluation, like how they move forward from it. Like who is hyped for next year? Like what do the brands, what's the success story? Because for us, it seems like everyone is extremely happy with how it turned out. I know I am. Yeah. So I mean, hopefully they are as well. Hopefully too.
What compared to Super Group or to NAMM Show, what was amazing was we hang around this company.
Do we have a rare moment of silence or some? Tom, sorry.
Go, Tom, go.
What was amazing for the company, for us, is when we are at NAMM Show or at Super Group or whatever, we go to this booth and we talk with their what they hear, and we go and it's fine. At here we go with them with food with them, or we have some hanging around with a drink, or we are in the night we talk with them with a beer and then having amazing night. So that's the main difference to a NAMM Show or a Super Group, because in Super Group it's always hello, what you have new and fine, have maybe I can test it and then fine, buy.
Yeah,
So that's,
I think
but
we are
we
more
had
fun.
like
the
also lots of
relationship
stuff
is super
that
different.
Oh yeah, I want to say something about the whole companies and brands and the thing. There was the day when I was just like, hey, can you guys just get me this stuff from the warehouse? And it had nothing to do with any of the brands that were sponsoring the event or anything. So they basically just opened some brand new Make Noise Zero Coast boxes for me.
Yeah.
and I ripped everything apart. So I mean, it wasn't as much as it seemed like brands were there. It could do anything. Like I mean, I asked for all kinds of stuff that had nothing to do with the event.
Yeah, but that's the power in numbers.
Yeah.
Of course.
But
But
it's
if the
also-
brands are all booked
They are
up with
quite
other
happy.
people, then
And
But on
Roman-
that point, basically, you're still the brand that then is there is Toman, of course. So there's still a brand.
And Toman was quite happy. What I heard now from Toman, he was quite happy that not that a lot of people ordered from restock, and so they're quite happy. They are more happy to see that we ordered from the tent or we put stuff from the tent to the studios. So there was quite.
So
happy.
next year we'll just order everything
Everything.
from the store. Like, damn.
I think the number, like the number they ended on,
Stock.
the number they ended on for the paddle video, that was like, okay, we can't do this. It's gonna be 10,000 euros. I think they said when we started pulling back to find middle ground. That was kind of funny. That they almost went as far as to a loss of 10,000 euros.
Yeah, but I thought in general, like I think everyone there was really okay with taking some sort of risk, right? And I think what Tom mentioned, like being able to meet all the manufacturers and the developers at the bar, that kind of I think opened them up quite a bit to be a little more okay with taking those risks. And I think we all had like some products or software that didn't behave as expected, or that was a little glitchy maybe already, and they just powered through it with us, and we're like kind of okay with pretty much anything we did, right? And they don't know yet what's going to come out of that, right?
That was hilarious. The first breakfast, the first night, though, when it was so segregated, like we had our own table and the brands were all looking at us from a distance.
Appeared of the
Just to speak to the B stock stuff, though, the thing with the B stock is it's better than a customer returning it because they knew where it went. We took it. We were all respectful for the hour or so that we had the gear.
Most of us.
Back in.
No.
It probably went back into the box.
Goodbye, spring reverb.
Yeah, goodbye. Well, that's not going to be B stock.
Well, I know some stuff about the Digitacts we got. I'm not sure they wanted them back at the store, but that's a story for a more private conversation.
But they also had the flea market, so they have a backup.
I think next year.
Yeah, this amazing flea market we've heard all about. Apparently, it's like The Walking Dead, where all the staff are stood looking through the like caged fence sort of thing when that opens up. So the flea market, for anyone watching, is just them, I guess, getting rid of all the B stock, anything that's slightly broken or blemished.
It's more than
they do it once or twice a year.
Yeah.
I've been emailing, trying to get there, actually, like getting sponsored to go.
Yeah,
I really want to go.
I think next year.
Yeah, if a few could go and film it.
Then Tom wants to say something.
Sorry, Tom, go on.
I personally have the idea. Maybe we must do next year all the stuff we ordered from the stock. We must put on a signature of it. So like go put a signature of Go Beats on the DivKid.
Yes.
They can sell it as a Go Beats edition.
Yes,
Oh
I
my
said
God.
that. It's a really good idea, actually. Then they can up the price.
Yeah. or broken grandmother from looking on a computer and
It didn't break. Didn't break. It's not a problem. It didn't break.
You can break
Come on. Let us have that one. Don't spoil that one. Let's just pretend that you fucked it up.
Yeah, okay,
Like,
we
come
broke
on.
something.
Yeah, come on.
As much as possible.
We gotta be a little bit punk. Come on, a little bit. I live
Well, punk
through
enough.
you.
It's not punk enough this event.
And I'm gonna go visit you guys, all of you. I
Yeah.
promise I won't break anything.
I think the next time we'll all see each other will probably be Super Booth, but it'll be, as we've discussed, a totally different, in passing we'll say hello and then we'll probably be all busy with whatever else we're doing. But the Sunday afternoon we should get together at the Coma thing if people are going. That's a really nice hangout, a good way to end the event.
Also, Sam is playing.
Yeah.
He's playing, I think, on the Saturday. So that could also be nice to go.
Yeah.
There's some good parties at Super Booth though. I mean, I'm out every night partying at Super Booth.
Of course you are.
That's not just
As
Booth though, guys,
expected.
right? That's just a night at the Williams house.
Usual.
But are
party?
some going not to film? I'm gonna go. If I go, I won't film anything. I'm just gonna go hang out instead.
I
Yeah,
feel
probably just hang out as well. Like last year, I didn't film anything either. I just wanted to meet certain people.
I
I'll see.
see.
I don't know yet, but yeah.
I will
gonna go
probably
for
film
filming.
some stuff, but not too much, I hope.
I need to film. It's
Like
my
maybe, yeah, it might depend on who drops new stuff. I guess for the ones filming, like if a lot of secrets gets revealed.
It's my job. I need to film. It's my job.
Yeah.
There's
But I
gonna be
mean-
there's gonna be some big announcements.
Yeah.
From you?
I know some. So there's some really exciting things coming.
Are you on a
Spoiler,
NDA?
spoiler,
So
So
Maybe,
I'm gonna
maybe we
be
should.
I'm going to be filming with Sonic there, so we're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff there.
How hungover can you be in a Sonic State video?
Oh, watch my
All
last
the way.
Super Booth coverage. I didn't get to bed before 5 at least every night then as well.
No, Super Booth for me will be the kind of typical trade show thing and a ton of filming. It's a ton of work and I don't really get to speak to anyone, but it's a modular event. I tend to do mainly modular stuff. They're people that I work with a lot. I feel like I have a good angle on that, and the footage does really well for me generally.
So me and Felix will be the guys who are bumping into you while you're filming. Oh, what are you doing?
Yeah,
here?
that's a good.
Yeah. you guys decide I didn't give you enough to be a bodyguard. So just gonna troll me.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should do that. Exactly that. Just go and amass in one great clump around one particular piece of gear.
I will
Yeah.
just
Particular type.
grab you guys and put a camera in your hand and like
Oh yeah, we
film
can be
me,
camera people.
film me.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. Just sidekicking on other channels.
Yeah, I
That's
want to
really
do the
smart.
camera for the next TGU. I told Henning a bunch of times I want to do camera and switching.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I
Nice.
also asked to go to TGU actually.
Oh,
So
no,
my,
fuck the
maybe
guitar
Taste their own medicine.
no, but also as crew, you know. You guys,
It's a good laugh. It's a good laugh. It's
I'm gonna be
it's a late
Jarvis.
night, but really, really good fun. And
I'm
yeah,
gonna
you
go as
won't,
crew and
you
only
won't-
YouTube.
yeah, do it.
Yeah, maybe I can do a prize for which one of you is in the most of my videos or the most that I had to edit out. I did 62 videos last
You
season.
should've- What?
So you've a good amount of time to come and troll. I'm all for a bit of trolling if it's you lot, as long as there's a little bit of a man hug at the end. A nice little.
Common is not inviting me back. If we're Jesus.
That's crazy. That's not
No,
healthy, man.
this is
That's
actually-
not
that was
healthy.
Super Booth.
No,
Yeah,
that's
that was
Super
super
Booth.
good.
I didn't
Oh.
do 62 at Synth Reactor. Did it happen?
Why don't you do one long video and then cut it up into parts? Like you never stop recording.
I'm 40.
Just leave the live stream going. It wouldn't be that interesting. Most of it would just be like this image of me just staring into editing and trying to keep up with everyone else that's way bigger than me, that's posting things way faster than me.
Like
Yeah.
Sonic State, I guess. No.
Yeah, Sonic's got it on lockdown. You know, Nick's super. I ask Nick questions all the time, like, "How are you doing this? What gear are you using?" He's always super helpful. Really nice person to work with and be involved with on a more passive level than say Gaz. But I just can't compete with that. No way. But you know, Robin in the chat says I have to do it. I have to feed him the footage.
Yeah,
That's kind of the general feeling. I have to go cover all the modular stuff.
But it's
I'm
interesting.
40, yeah.
You're saying it's a Euro rack or a modular event.
That's a bit unfair, I think. It's
Super
a
big.
general synth
It's-
event.
It's well, I think it's even gone beyond that. I think it's like music technology event now. You know.
But it's
One
the
pedal
that all
company
the
last
Eurorack
year.
guys. It's the one that all the Eurorack guys are at.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
it's
for
unfair
sure.
to say it's a
sure.
modular event. But,
But
that's,
it's-
that is
It's
a-
absolutely grown from that, but it's just a testament to just its position now in the wider kind of global you know, I mean, like Music Messer is kind of pretty dead for our interests, and you know, and it, you know, obviously for those of you who don't know about Super Booth's origins, it was like one big booth at Messer for many years, wasn't it? Hence the Super Booth thing, until it got too big and has broken out and has become this event that sort of just stands on its own. But it's interesting how manufacturers are kind of clocking on to the fact that it is seen as like the hip event. So at NAMM this year, a bunch of things that were expected to be shown weren't shown and probably been held over for Super Booth.
It's cheap as well, right? Compared with NAMM, it's really
super
cheap.
Yeah.
NAMM,
Hell of a lot cheaper per booth.
NAMM is $2,000. Super Booth is €500.
Right.
Around there.
Bargain.
But it's, you know, so it's going to be cool. I think it's going to be an interesting event this year to see. Is it going to be bigger? I think I've heard rumors that it's going to be bigger again.
350 companies.
Wow.
I wonder when it's going to tip over and be like, ooh, that's lame.
They have space.
The only weird thing with Super Booth is now they're using the kind of like basketball court, gymnasium room to the left as you walk in. You have to go past the swimming pool, and that was still open.
Yeah, that was weird.
That like corridor of, you know.
But I mean, it's a good video though. If we all go take a bath.
Yeah, but
like
it's weird.
Sauna
like,
sessions.
So you're walking around, you know, camera in hand and all this kind of stuff, and there's parents and kids that have just been swimming under the head. I mean, they've still got their clothes on. It's not an open shower, which would be mega weird, obviously.
Yeah. It's a shared toilet as well. The toilet is shared with the bathing people.
Yeah, and it feels really intrusive, like walking through, and you know they're getting the kids' hair dry and all wrapped in their towels and whatever else after they've been swimming. It's a little bit strange.
Well, with all your camera gear.
Yeah, and they clearly know what's going on because there's a whole event going around them. But
who goes to go swimming that particular day? That's gonna be.
Not everyone knows. Not everyone knows.
But they
what
gotta
Super Booth
notice
is.
when they come there, though.
Yeah, but then you're already committed and you want to get to the swimming pool with your kids.
You really want to swim today?
Yeah, I think I turn around.
Kids can be very convincing.
Yes, they can.
Right, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. So
I'm leaving too. My batteries of this phone are dying.
We gotta get Molten and Accurate in here. If they
okay, and then they can take my place.
And Accurate, you guys.
Bye.
Briefly. I will
Talk soon,
Yeah, talk soon.
Bye. Bo, do you want to tell
Robin or Accurate,
Ben
feel
that
free
I'll
to take the link
eject as
out
well?
of the Discord chat we've got. And try and join. I won't be able to hear you.
Join
It's
us.
just a person that I can't hear.
I think Jason's about to go as well.
Sorry,
Okay.
guys. I've got
Jason's
work in the
leaving.
morning. I need to get my beauty sleep.
Oh.
See you
But
later,
it's been an
Jason.
You need a lot of that,
absolute
then.
Yeah, I do. At least 8 hours. It's been a pleasure, guys.
Yeah, we'll look to wrap up slightly soon anyway. But
Okay.
what?
No.
Oh,
Wait, log in and out. DivKid.
can what?
When they have joined, if they join, you just log in and out really quick. Shoo, shoo.
I don't think I can when I'm the one that's got the broadcast setting
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't leave and rejoin.
Join with another browser. That might work. Like open Mozilla or something and join with that. I don't know which browser you're on.
I'll try it. But anything else anyone wants to discuss from Synth Reactor?
Yeah, Robin.
Ooh, the food. Let's discuss the food.
Go on.
The food.
You were eating
Very
I saw-
good with
you were
all the
first-
vegan food.
You were the first one I saw with ice cream, Noam, and I was like,
Oh,
"Where's
yeah.
the guy getting ice cream from?"
Yeah, they definitely had a good spread, except for that last day with the hamburgers. That was terrible.
What?
Bad.
That's the last day. It's
They-
always hamburgers on the last day.
What?
Yeah. That's like a European tradition.
Is it really?
That was part of the Brexit campaign was to not have burgers on the last day. That's why.
It was in the email and everything. Didn't you read the email?
Seriously?
Yeah, it said open bar and hamburgers on the last day.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I'm an asshole.
Where was the open bar?
There were no open bar. So sad.
At the party.
Yeah, at the party. That's true.
No.
They
Wait,
had
did
awful
anybody
drink.
get charged? Did anybody
For
get
the
charged
whole-
extra at the end because of all the beer and stuff?
At the hotel.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I rang up.
Mm.
I rang up the biggest bill. I think I had 180 euros to pay.
Wait.
Whoa.
Wait,
That's
did-
funny. That's funny. I had like 18 euros to
Wait,
pay.
people paid? Why did you pay?
I had 0.
You didn't pay? Noir.
When
You
did I
American.
when did I have the chance to pay?
When
we checked out?
Took your
When you checked out, yeah.
I never
Wait,
checked
did you
out.
forget to check out?
Yeah. The biggest rock star in the house.
Holy
Did you trash
No,
your
you
hotel
Leave the
room
do not
too?
disturb on your door.
No, David from 8-Bit Keys was like, hurry the hell up and get on this bus. So I just walked straight to the bus. I didn't know we were supposed to check out.
What a rebel.
Oh, why didn't I do that? Why didn't I do that?
They can't get me now.
I had to because I lost my card. Yes, did you ever find my card?
Oh, what,
Wait,
your
what?
card?
Yeah, when we were up, I lost my card.
Oh.
So I had to get a new one.
Multiply is probably still in the hotel.
Yeah. There's some
Oh
castle.
my god.
Sleeping in the castle.
That's why everybody was like angry. Oh, he didn't show up. He just lost in the castle somewhere.
He left the event 2 days before.
I can't join on anything else. Hangouts doesn't work on Firefox. Chrome won't let me jump in the chat when I'm already in it. So yeah, bit of a
But
fail. Keep telling
You got
me.
a phone though. You got a phone. Just saying.
Is Robin joining us on the chat?
Yes, he's just a slow person.
He's trying to install Chrome on his Surface.
What?
Join on your
Windows,
phone.
man.
Molten.
I love that when somebody's so into something like Robin is with this Surface stuff, and then stuff just doesn't work. It's like it's always funny. It's like when Jacob is angry about his iPad and shit, and it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
well, that's sort of it's sort of masochistic. It's sort of self-imposed. Like, just buy a
Yeah.
laptop.
But he's got real problems now with the files.
Yeah,
I saw it on
yeah,
Facebook.
yeah,
like
yeah,
real
no fun at all,
problems.
no fun at all.
But I think that's
what?
yeah, like he loves editing. I guess that's the why he really wants to do it on the iPad for this thing because he showed me editing like this.
Well, no, I think it's also like he's a very principled person. So he's, set his mind to doing everything on mobile. So every time he rants with me about it, I just tell him like, well, you sort of, painted yourself into a corner. I mean, it's switch.
But him and Gas, Hack Attack and Gas, gonna revolutionize the
Yeah.
Dingleberry.
Oh my God! Yeah.
dongle.
Yeah.
Hey, I tell you what.
Apple are phoning them.
No, but listen, seriously, the video that me and Jacob have done has been sent to the top guy of iOS.
What?
That Craig Federighi guy, the kind of guy who's he's been
That's
personally he's been
insane.
so and the thing is, it says Clagnut in the title as well. I'm like, oh, and I describe what a Clagnut is in that video, so it's gone right to the top of Apple.
They need
So I'm kind of like, I'm wondering what happens next.
You're gonna be in the history
They
books.
need to fix the fucking audio glitch problem and my MacBook Pro.
Looks like Accurate's trying to join. Can anyone hear him?
Oh
No,
No.
I can see the profile picture. Such a cool picture.
So we'll see what happens if Apple actually respond to our criticisms. But it felt good to be able to
Don't
air those
hold your
grievances.
Steve
Don't
Jobs
hold
will
our
haunt
breath.
you.
Yeah, but I mean, they clearly have made mistakes towards
You will-
musicians.
You will get an email from like Microsoft, like hey, we got your back. Like come with us here.
yeah.
We can-
Can we offer you a Surface?
By the way, guys,
It'd be great if they license a bit of that rant for a Microsoft advert.
Have you seen the
CVS.
new the new
By the way,
patent for
guys.
like phones that won't have any dongles, nothing. They will just be wireless everything.
Well, that's
Awful future.
Bra.
Where's the modular phone?
accurate.
Accurate. Hello.
Hi.
Accurate.
Hej.
Hey.
Kan vi inte ta över chatten på svenska nu?
Accurate. Du glappar jättemycket.
Varför
Very
du
glitchy.
internet?
Jävla skit internet! Det är typ sämst internet i världen.
That doesn't work.
Oh, there you go.
That's some should be right now.
Yep. Yep. Oh,
Is it your internet connection?
That's
so good.
So good. Switch to computer mic. Try that.
yeah, actually enough. Sure.
Because DivKid was talking about it before. He couldn't use audio interface for some reason.
Maybe just turn your video off, and we'll just get your vocals.
Yeah.
Let's try to.
No, but that was also glitching before.
This
But you
damn
got crisp
podcaster.
quality, you know.
So is
Yeah,
that,
yeah. Noir couldn't either. Try now.
So now I try to switch something else, and now I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This. Yeah.
There you go.
That's better.
That's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's the podcaster. It's the worst mic ever.
So I'm
No,
gonna act
that's
as
not true. I like that one.
Sponsored by the podcaster.
Yeah.
AKG C414. Just saying. Ooh.
Oh,
Whoa,
boom.
seriously?
Boom. Yeah, I like it.
Oh,
It fits
jeez.
my voice for some reason.
Hold up on my knee.
It's very sharp.
So.
Apple earbuds.
Yeah. Apple earbuds represent.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag
Hey, Robin.
never.
Robin.
Robin?
Yeah. Apple earbuds.
What?
Mr. Surface.
Ah!
Robin?
Did
Okay.
you switch to the iPad
Hey.
and made it work?
Oh, this is on the Surface Go, man. This is on the little one.
Ooh.
This feels like a good time for me to try, and I'm pretty sure it'll break it, but we've kind of gone through all the Synth Reactor stuff. I'm going to try coming out of the conversation, so if it cuts off, I'm just going to say bye now. I'll
We can
link
switch
everybody's channels in the
channel.
description. I'm hoping I can come back in. What I'm hoping doesn't happen is it brings me in as a guest, because it isn't now the account that started the broadcast, and this just goes on indefinitely because no one has the broadcast controls. We'll see. I'm going to jump out, and I shall see you all in a minute, hopefully.
We're screwed.
All right.
Well, it was nice while it lasted.
Oh, is this still working?
Yeah.
Seems like
Are we
it's
still
live.
live?
So now we can see all the dirty stuff, all the
Trash talk, everyone.
So about that.
Ben.
guy.
He didn't even watch when I filmed him secretly.
He ate all the crisps.
I think I should explain to Robin what happened after when we were at the airport on the way home.
Yeah.
Oh God, what a wally! What a fool!
Oh yeah, you missed your flight.
Yeah, because
I did that
was
last
there.
time.
I was
Last
there.
time I missed.
I was at the gate. I was right at the gate. Weren't we, Robin? We were like, I was literally next to the gate where
I'm gonna top you. I'm gonna top your story.
We were so engaged in the conversation. I thought, oh, I better just go, because at Schiphol in Amsterdam, you have to take buses to, from the gates to the planes, and I thought just strolled over and I missed it because we were like, they told us that they'd put 2 announcements over the tannoy for me. But did you hear that, Robin? Did you hear that?
No. I mean, I was listening out because I knew I was the only adult in our conversation. I wanted to listen after you. And I got one ear out going, I'll just keep an ear out. But no, I heard nothing.
Now, do you know how I managed to get home? I have to say, this is a little bit of a naughty story, but it's well worth remembering. For the
Did you say, do you know who I am?
No. What I did was I went up to. Well, I talked to Jason, and Jason. To be fair, Jason suggested it, but then I sort of improvised on the theme a little bit. I went up to the counter and I said, "Oh, I've just missed my plane, but I was in the bathroom and I just can't stop going. I just can't stop going. And then I thought, because of the karmic kind of consequences of this, I thought I better just humiliate myself a little bit, just to offset the kind of karmic damage of.
You farted.
No. I midway through trying to explain, I was in the toilet. I said, "Oh, it's happening again!" And I ran off, and I ran from the counter, and I sort of did this really kind of stupid comedy run, like sort of like vanishing. And like she probably was desperately trying not to laugh, but I thought, well, if I humiliate myself in front of a lot of people by doing the toilet run, then
you realize you're a celebrity, though.
Then that kind of pulls the karmic balance back. Then sort of, and they said, I did feel a bit bad, but they did take pity on me. I came back but I was trying to think, how long shall I hide around the corner before coming back? What's the kind of realistic amount of time to leave? So I come back about sort of 5-6 minutes later and come back up to the counter.
Dude, you realize they have like security cameras and can see you not run to the bathroom? They can see
No,
you,
I
like...
did. No, to be fair, I did run into the bathroom, but then hanging around in the bathroom is not really the best look, really. So, but to be fair, they were really kind and nice to me, and they made sure I got on. And there wasn't any other seats apparently on the later plane, but a seat miraculously made itself available. So what I would say is that
what is the toilet seat?
So maybe oh my god, I've just gone public about this, haven't I? I was going to say keep it to yourselves, and if you ever find yourself in a similar situation, use the toilet trick.
You will get an email tomorrow.
Oh no!
For sponsorship. What was the airline? Let's give them a plug.
Yeah, let's get him a plug.
But yeah, it got me home, so I was very grateful about that. But yeah, as I say, I think the humiliation, self-humiliation is my payback. Really, I'm sure she would have gone back and had a bit of a laugh about it later. I hope.
Robin, it's good to have you here. How are you?
Hey.
You've just been gigging, straight back from a gig.
Yeah.
And into this stream. That must be an experience of an evening.
Yeah, it's all right. I would like to clear something up in the chat that people have been mentioning about the Arturia thing. I didn't mean that was a thing. It was just that the nice guy from Behringer said, "Hey, do you mind if I take some video of you because you've just been using our gear?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And it just went off naturally. And I said, "Yeah, this and this. Cheers." With Arturia and with Brian. And I know Brian. I've known Brian for years. We used to work together at Turnkey, and he's a top guy, all that kind of thing. And he gave me a Microfreak and says, "Tell us how great it is." And I just borrowed the Microfreak, and I kind of sort of liked it, but I don't know yet because you need more time with it. It's not as instant as some other things. And so I kind of went, it's great. And it just felt
you fell for it.
Different. And I didn't mean to say it was rubbish or Arturia rubbish or Brian did anything bad. No one did anything bad. It just caught me on the hop and didn't really come off as well. So that's
Is it posted? Is it posted yet?
What?
The video?
Is it posted?
I don't know. I haven't seen that. He said it was for Instagram, but I haven't seen it anywhere.
It's nice so funny to look at your face.
Exactly. which is great,
I'm sure Robin looks the gentleman,
Yeah.
It's quite nice, yes. Quite nice.
Yeah, jolly good.
Yeah, it is.
So for you, Robin, joining us late, and hello to Accurate as well. I want to ask you both the same thing. We did a bit of a personal highlight thing and best swag and all that, or any little stories. Anything from the event that we've not mentioned, or just a little personal thing you'd like to mention?
I mean, the warmth of everyone is a highlight, really. I mean, we're all a bunch of weirdos, kinda, and it's a very easy place to go, very insular. I mean, I did a bit of that. I think other people did at various times, but generally speaking, when put on the spot next to each other, we were just warm and nice to each other, and I really felt that, and it was a happy thing, you know. All the slight bit of aggro we had on the Discord channel before we came along, it all just went away, you know, and that was a really positive vibe, man.
Yeah, Robin, I wanted to talk about the video that we did with the 3 Behringer synths that you, me, and Ben did. I was, you know, me being a YouTube person, I'm going through the comment section, you know, something I shouldn't do, and I saw somebody say like, "Oh, this looks like super forced or something," and I kept thinking to myself like, "That's so weird," because nothing the whole weekend really felt that way. Like, you know, maybe it's weird that we.
Sorry, but was it the first thing you filmed together? Then maybe it's more about you finding your relationship in between the people than anything else.
Yeah, like it was just it was an interesting comment where it was like, well, yeah, we've never gotten to be together before, but we're just shooting a video. It didn't seem the way like a comment saying like, oh, this feels forced, as if we're sitting there because Behringer sat us all there and said, talk about these synths. It was just like friends getting together, same kind of thing with the camera.
And they give us $5,000 for making this video.
No, Tom, no.
Too bad it wasn't the Akai Force. That would have been hilarious.
The way that went for me was Robin came over, and I've spoken to Robin before, and we not as much as I got a chance to over this event, of course, but we spoke online and in person a few times. And Robin just said, "Hey, I've asked Stephen if he wants to come and do this. Would you do it as well?" I said yes. I imagine Robin had already gone to, or then went to Behringer, who had the prototypes because they're not products Tolman had in stock. Said, "Can we take these 3 synths?" The guy probably said yes, and didn't take much convincing. And we just went into the room and filmed the video. It was
I mean, it's out of our comfort zone. It's not something not something I normally do. I don't ever sit down and go, "This is a thing, let's talk about it." Because, well, I do the odd live stream, I suppose, but I never with a particular product. It's always, oh, I spent hours, I spent days and days reading all this and getting it worked out so that I don't feel like I'm an idiot in front of the camera. This was the opposite. We set ourselves up as being idiots, but I think largely we pulled it off. You know.
So in a sense, it's easier to rub off those comments than maybe because less effort put into it. It's also got such a nice thumbnail, that video.
Yeah, it was a good thumbnail.
It really came together, sort of, you know, out of nowhere, really.
But I do think the jamming one I put up has the best.
Yeah,
okay.
I think that's next level. Once upon a synth level.
Laser beams, man.
Yeah, we've got thumbnail by committee going on in there.
Thumbnail.
That's one of those once upon a time thumbnail. You know? Once upon a thumbnail.
So, can I ask a question about everyone's schedules for when they think they will be posting videos, just out of interest?
Yeah, go for it. Well, yours, guys, is heavily hindered by me having some of your files and having not.
No, I think I've just managed to get them all. Thank you very much.
All right. I'll go soon as I'm already rambling. Some are up now. They're going to go up, you know, kind of video or so a week for the next couple of weeks. Yeah. So it's not urgent. You know, it's not a news feature, but it's not. I'm not hanging on to it either. Just they're going to be a couple a week, one a week. I don't know. What about anyone else?
Yeah, one a week, one next Tuesday, one the next week, one. It's kind of weird. It's like I got to take a break without taking a break because the videos were already like live cut and everything. You just maybe cut it up a little bit more and then post it. And it's like, oh, I had content that I didn't really have to work that hard to make.
Like I said, Henning, he released the videos of the last TGU 4 months after the event. Because he said, so it's for me content, and why putting out my golden content after 1 week of the event? It doesn't make sense for him. And for me also, I haven't put out one sound demo and that's it. So maybe our video with the Crave I will put out later.
I remember you saying that, Tom, before it even started. You were just like, this isn't like get the content out quick. You can do it whenever you want. And you have an example that Henning was uploading stuff months after. It's not time dependent. So it's nice. Like you said, it's a bank of content that you can kind of go, I'm not going to do anything this week.
Yeah. Because it's nothing that brand new. Okay, Milo or Crave, but the rest, is already since months or years out. So
I'm saving some content for TSR's 20. So I can relax next year.
Can I just check if can we hear accurate, or can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear everyone, and I'm here. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go and join again, but hopefully you can hear me. I'll be back in a minute. Carry on with the content.
Is that the forest in the background? No.
That one? No, that's
no. It's the NPC live.
That's the NPC live. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be there, but yeah.
Well,
It's holding the door closed of the closet. Nice. I actually have like I don't know. I haven't decided exactly if I'm going to release all the videos. I got a few for my patrons. Go patreon.com/Bobit.
Buy that merch. Buy that merch.
Yeah, buy that merch. But but if I do drop all of my videos, I think I have like 10 more or something.
Wow.
So,
wow. So DivKid level. DivKid have 236 videos.
I've got several hours of it final.
Yeah, but it's like I shot. The thing is, the jamming videos I could cut up to smaller videos, which was kind of nice. And I have an interview with Anani, which I think will turn out very nice. He gave me permission to use his music in it as well, so it's very becomes a very personal thing. But I'll save that for later, as well as the stuff I did with Unoir and Felix, the Electron workflow thing. That's not very dated. But then tomorrow I'm releasing the truth about Tom and Synth.
Oh, here comes. Put the dollar signs.
Yeah. No, but it's I put the thumbnail in the chat actually.
You did?
Discord. Yeah, go and check it in the Hangout. General Hangout.
We're all going there now.
Yeah, go and check it. No, but honestly, it's Ben has seen the video. I think it's probably my most well-directed video. Like it's I really put in some thought into how I wanted to make like a pretty funny intro and stuff.
Before the event? Even?
No. I actually just I came up with the idea for the video during the event, and I was just lucky that I shot enough of.
You heard the church bells at night, and we're like, oh.
Yeah, but it's it's going to be. I think you guys will enjoy it. It's
Is our hug in the video when we hug it out?
No,
I
maybe I should try and get it from the phone. I didn't bring. It's between us. But you're in it. When I draw on your shirt, it's in it.
Oh, nice.
I didn't put any.
Plug that word.
I didn't put much of the phone footage because I hate iOS.
Yeah.
One question to all: how many of you doesn't use the studio in the T kitchen?
Huh?
No,
Tom said how many of us didn't use the studio or didn't use the tea kitchen, which was
one time.
The
I used it one.
Is there everybody not using it at all?
I didn't use it.
I sidekick a lot in it, so that way I am using it. But
to my taste, the biggest highlight, this Tea Kitchen studio.
The Tea Kit that's another studio.
It was under the cafeteria.
Oh yeah, nobody used that.
I think if they'd have, the problem with that room was it was all cameras were all geared on sort of top down, weren't they? I think if they'd have been cameras more aimed at being conversational kind of cameras, I think.
Yeah, there was 2 cameras. You could.
Oh, you could.
Everything was like interchangeable because change it to.
Damn. I would have used it more then. I was told that it was only fixed cameras.
No. They were like, you could move them however you wanted. And people helped out with stuff and everything.
Missed that.
Yes. We got a okay from Tuman to probably use, because me and Hack Attack, we got like a private tour the last day of the warehouse section of Tuman because we were the latest ones to leave. So feel jealous about that. But anyways, they have like a rehearsal space in the warehouse and in the marketing building, where anyone who is working at Tuman can go in and jam together.
Way!
So we can use that next year.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
To do some actual jams. Yeah. That's going to be really cool. Just with our own cameras.
Now I can hear you accurate. I don't know how much of the stream you caught before you joined, but any personal highlight stories or anything to share?
He slept.
What? Maybe you didn't want to talk to me.
Oh my God.
Finally hear me. You've had enough.
Oh, it's perfect
That was
timing.
timing. Oh, back again.
He's back.
And now you can't hear him.
Now I can't hear you because you've left and come back. I'm going to leave again because I do want to give Accurate a chance to speak and me be able to hear him.
Oh.
Give me a minute. Carry on, everyone.
Yeah, Accurate, just so you know, DivKid has to be the last one joining for some reason to be able to hear everyone talking.
And he's gone.
No. I don't think the communication is pulling through. Who should tell him? Who has a great voice to tell him?
We should write a pamphlet with
back.
instructions. And
Yeah, Accurate dropped out while you were out.
Yeah.
Again. There he is.
I can't hear anyone anymore. Literally can't hear a single person.
Oh no!
One more time, and then we might just have to cut it off because I can't.
Accurate,
yeah,
stay. Accurate,
right.
you need to stay now.
stay put.
Stay
Stand
put.
up.
Stay.
Yeah. I didn't get Ben's audio through. I couldn't hear him at all, so I checked out and checked him again. And, you know,
He
now
needs to do it.
I think I can hear everyone. So that's the first.
Okay, just stay because Ben needs to join again. He's
I think it's just me and Ben. We can't hear each other. That's that's the whole thing. But can I just fill in here that I really enjoyed the T Kitchen Studios. That was like the perfect environment for me to work in. Yes, that worked way better for me.
Okay.
On my own or with someone and just do the stuff without having like a lot of people working for you and like be pushed into something. To me, that was amazing.
Good.
That's awesome. Because I know Tom was probably touching on that. Like I know Henning was skeptical about it, like saying that should we actually keep it for next year? But Tom say that we need to keep that place for next year then.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it's great.
At least for weird introvert people like me, that's like a really
It
good
was
thing
so
to have.
cool seeing Accurate shoot his video because it was like getting an insight into how he does it at home. Like he he's like, here's the kick, and then it's like, and he stopped like, here's the kick, and here's.
Yeah, but
I mean, I do it like the same way.
I chop it up in my head and I cut my videos.
Exactly. Yeah.
And did you do the intro? Pew, piss, cool.
Yeah, sure. That's always there. That's always.
The Tom was looking strange at him like, what?
The tea kitchen. The tea kitchen place is also a quiet space because
absolutely.
we were supposed to be based in the tent, but the tent was noisy the whole time.
Yeah.
So I took myself off.
The idea.
Nature onto my laptop, and I had a sleep in the tea kitchen.
Sleep?
With the tea kitchen was the idea of the tea kitchen was not to have a lounge, but more free studios. So my program was a bit to see always people they had hanging around but not filming. So I want to have only that there are free studios that people can film, and that's it.
You can't force people to film.
I think I can hear everyone now.
Hopefully.
Yeah. If I was smart, I would have.
Everyone pretend that we can't hear Ben.
Yeah, I feel like
we don't hear Ben. We don't hear Ben.
Ben, I can't see him.
You can't hear me.
Ben?
No.
Hello?
You might all have to leave.
Hello.
Can anyone hear me?
I can't actually hear him for real. He doesn't know.
No, we're gonna have to end it. I feel like we've kind of gone through it all.
Everyone else is fine. Ben is just. I guess I'm talking now when he's talking as well. So it's like.
Yeah.
It's missing.
But I can't.
Yeah, if I leave entirely and just watch you for a bit, it doesn't.
That's good for him. That's good for him.
You can't hear me anyway. I don't even know why I'm talking.
Just leave it on. No,
I'm going to type this in the live chat as I go.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
You can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gaz, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, that actually
All right,
works.
you can. Others might not be able to.
I can hear you.
I can hear you. Everyone can hear you.
Well, I feel like we've kind of got most things out. Maybe we'll have another roundup when more videos are out there. if I leave and let everyone carry on, it doesn't switch camera. It just sticks on one person, which is slightly weird. Watching smaller talking heads at the bottom of the video. But thank you for everyone coming on. Of course, there were a lot of others that couldn't make the stream as well.
Shill, buy merch.
My website.
Yeah, I will link everyone's channels and websites and stuff in the description. Can we end, for everyone that can hear me, can we end on another jam in C?
Yeah, should we play out?
Yeah, let's play out.
C?
Everybody go follow everyone's.
What's happening? Come on, fill me in.
Everyone's been such a lovely bunch of people. Thanks for the stream. See you later.
Ow.
We really wear track. Somebody needs to stand for it. Guys, it's
Oh my god.
No, what are you doing? What are